Hello, everybody. Welcome back to D&D 404. Today is Dan's pre-campaign 2 interview. And joining with me are the other two eating utensils in my kitchen drawer, starting with the... Oh, Alec. I didn't know what the hell to do there.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? My name is Alec. I play Casual Amberleaf in Campaign 2, and my go-to utensils, chopsticks. Love chopsticks. I use them all the time.
Damn.
So, yeah.
I should just let myself go first.
Was that your answer?
Oh, 100%.
What about you, Dan? I'll let you go. I'll let you go second then.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dan. I usually play Minus Pebble Walker of the Ivory Boulders, now playing Bo Ram, and my new eating utensil is going to have to be the Asian soup spoons, like the ramen spoons. Ramen spoons, that's going to be mine. If you don't have ramen spoons in your drawer, you are eating soup wrong.
I just know exactly what you're talking about, so no, I support it.
I don't like the normal, like, silver soup spoons. I don't think they do the job. Not for me. You need all that girth in the spoon. And that depth. You know?
Sure, man.
What about you, Jared? What's the girth of your eating utensil?
What's going on? Armos is no longer here. It is Mylan Vaxon, and is it utensil or is eating utensil? Okay. I am the spork of the podcast.
There it is. Someone had to say spork, right?
Yeah. Definitely good old spork. Anytime you go and get some food, anytime you get mac and cheese somewhere, they're probably giving you a spork.
Knockmock said a ladle.
Oh, wow.
Is that an eating utensil? I think that's a serving utensil.
Spork for the win.
You know, you could eat with it.
You could. It depends.
Right?
I'm not going to say you can eat with it, so...
My when you first read that out, I was going to say a pizza cutter because you kind of cut with it, you know, type of thing. But then eating with it, probably not.
I almost said straight up my hands.
That is good. It's the world's best utensil, you know, at the end of the day. It's the first one.
T-Rex arms of the fork world. That's a goat comment. I like that comment.
That's a good one.
All right. Everybody, if you haven't already, go wave goodbye to our Kickstarter because it's ending soon. And thank goodness we don't have to do any more punishments. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, don't even get your last minutes in there. Please don't. Don't you dare. Don't even think about it.
Wait, they can still do that?
They can. It is.
I thought we were done.
Nope.
I really did think we were done.
So as soon as the artwork's done, then we can really start processing. So we're just waiting for the artwork to finish. So that is our final cutoff is when that finishes. We'll let you know at least a week, if not further ahead.
We got time.
But yeah, but I mean, just don't. I mean, we're running out of ideas. The last couple ones are just so major that it would be groundbreaking.
Running out of ideas. I'm running out of sweat to pour down my face from doing these punishments. I have to drive 80 something miles in a direction.
That's great. I love it.
I was kind of thinking to myself, how funny would it be if we did them all in one day? Like if we all got together and just did them all in one day.
I would love to.
That would be a lot, yeah.
Patrick, I'm glad you're stoked for your rewards. I'm really stoked to send him. We're finishing them like step by step. I just sent out the prints to Jared, so he'll be getting the prints and my punishment of getting rid of my giving away my pumpkin dice.
I have the pumpkin dice now.
Do you? You already shipped them to Jared?
Yeah, maybe he already has them. Did you get them yet?
No, not yet.
They're probably coming in tomorrow or the day after.
Patiently waiting. Hopefully, you know what? If it's here before tomorrow, you know what I'm using.
Yeah. Until we give them away, you're just using that for a campaign
Just
too.
rub it in his face.
That's good. Wait, that's really good, Jared. Oh, I like that. All right, you guys got questions for me. Let's get to the campaign 1 questions and get this on the road.
Yeah. Jared, you want to kick it off? Or you want me to?
Sounds like Alex should.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Of course. Okay, cool. So the first question comes from Stan Honus on Instagram, and it says, "What is your favorite episode, and what is your favorite part of that episode?"
Ooh, we've talked about this all. All right, I'm gonna give a slightly different answer because my favorite episode is episode 43, because that's where we all kind of start meshing and we've got the role play down and the comedy's there, everything's there. But I mean, the beach episode is just iconic, and specifically Minus Pebblewalker's Fiona moment, where all the lights go and he transforms from big Minus into small Minus in front of in front of Numi.
Yeah.
I am small.
What is episode 43? Like, with
God.
details. We'll go. Which one is that?
Remember when you went off and had your were-rat night and you woke up and you were just like naked in the woods?
Yes. Yep.
Start of arc 3, I think.
Okay.
Start of arc 3. And you were the first one to go meet Novo before we did.
That is correct. Yep,
And then
I
we're-
do remember that.
We're giving Armos shit for all the goods we got, and Armos is getting mad because you're not handing over the sword, and Reginald's just on his game. It's got everything. It's got everything, that episode. Everything you could want. But each episode, obviously, that's just like the most iconic episode, especially because we like really messed with people's heads there. Because we got a lot of anime fans that are fans of our podcast, and a lot of people, when they saw that episode, they were like, "Oh, a beach episode! Yay, we get a nice one after the big fight." Psych.
It's true. Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
little
Do you want to pull back the curtain while we're talking about that, about naming that episode and then naming the other episode?
The other episode, the tower, or the.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll let you take that. You just take that.
No, I
got
didn't
the
get to
idea.
name it. I wasn't
You
my
didn't.
idea.
You helped with the tower though. Like when it came to the beach episode, me and Tony were like, we had no idea what to name it. And we're sitting there like, this is one of the most iconic episodes, but we can't just name it like A Christo Appears. The episode where A Christo appears.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I was like, wait, Tony, we're on a beach.
The beach
What if we
episode.
and I was rewatching Avatar at the time. I was like, what if we just name it the beach episode and mess with their heads so they think it's all happy? And Tony was like, down. Oh, so yeah, Tony and I schemed, and I do not apologize because the comments that flooded into Discord were priceless.
Yeah, you just should have named it like you might as well have named it like just another filler episode or something like
Yeah.
that. And then just
If we name something just another filler episode in campaign 2, you know what's coming. But don't ruin it for the newbies.
yeah.
It will happen.
Yeah. Too good.
Keep that in your head. All right, what do we got next, guys?
Typort from the Discord, I believe, says, if they made a movie about Campaign 1, who would you want casted as Minus?
Oh. Besides Danny DeVito?
Oh my god.
Bro, that would be so funny.
I don't know, because like part of me is like just someone with that regal voice, like oh my god, Nathan Fillion might be a really funny one just for the voice, because if it's like
Yeah.
an
No,
animated one, right?
That's I don't
I
even
think
say anyone
Nathan
else, 'cause
Fillion
that's
would
the
be
best one.
hilarious.
That's the best answer.
That's the best answer.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone better.
Otherwise, like, not just because he's short, but Peter Dinklage would be sick. I love Peter Dinklage, and
Yeah.
I think he might be able to pull something like that off.
I'm trying to think, like, both of them have such serious voices, but also at the same time, Menace tries to be funny and like crack jokes, and is also not the brightest, but like he doesn't have like street smarts in certain situations. So I'm trying to think like that aspect of like the character, like who would do really well in that part.
I remember who I said. John C. Reilly would be perfect. Because John C. Reilly has that, I don't know, guys, I don't know, like kind of voice, but has played serious characters.
Yeah.
I think he toes the line pretty well. I think John C. Reilly would be hilarious.
Oh, man.
That's my official answer. David Spade. Who said David Spade?
David Spade is a wild
Hart?
suggestion.
Yo.
Gooch Master, you kill me, man. Kevin Hart. Yeah, everybody go on the Discord and put your favorites. Tell us who you'd cast as Menace. I like all those suggestions though.
Yeah.
I think everybody's got some good suggestions. My official answer though, John C. Reilly.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go with the next question. The next one comes from Stan again on Instagram, and he asks, "What happened to ramming the crotch?"
Yeah,
you stopped. Like you stopped like mid arc 3 or something, right? That.
You know, I'm gonna blame Tony. I'm blaming Tony because he's not here. I'm gonna throw him under the bus.
Hey, wait, hang on. This is Tony's reaction. What, me? There you
go. What are you talking about? Spits out his cannoli. No, so the reason I'm gonna blame Tony is because I definitely said like, hey, if you give me an item that like that buffs my ramming, I'll bring it back up again. But I never got an item that like kind of went towards that gag, so
yeah.
The real answer though is Menace grew out of it. You know, Menace himself grew beyond that, and it kind of needed to happen. I was trying to find a way. I was genuinely trying to find a way to bring it back in the last arc.
Well,
but there was never a good opportunity.
Did you never? I thought you speared Miranor. Did you not?
I tried.
I
tried.
Yeah.
He's a bit stronger than me though.
Just a little bit.
So Menace had an internal dialogue that was like, "Oh, you guys aren't ramming people in crotches? Oh, okay, cool. I guess that's not a thing we do," and then just never did it again.
Yes. Oh, exactly.
No,
wait,
this is just a me thing?
Armos has horns, and he's dead. Huh? He's never. Why doesn't he do it? There's a late night where like we're playing Dragon Chess, and he's like, "Why don't you ram people in the nuts with your horns?"
Yeah.
We do that in our tribe all the time.
Oh my god, we could make a whole like animated series of like missed conversations from the podcast of like downtime of our characters. That'd be so.
Oh, that's really actually a fun idea. I like that. We'll workshop it.
Yep.
We'll workshop it.
All right. Next one comes from Marcus, aka Julius Kendrick, from the Discord. 2-part question: what's your favorite spell, and why does it speak with animals? And then
there's me to the punch.
Another part of a question. Answer that one first, and then I'll do the
speak with animals. 100%. You guys, if you don't know the story by now, these guys were ragging on me for days. Like, bro, you didn't take a healing spell. You had all these healing spells. You took speak with animals.
Yeah, I remember that very clearly.
Oh yeah.
I was getting ragged on for days. And then when that snake came up and I got to speak with animals for the first time, and that snake went away, became my best friend, made friends, and then immediately regretted making friends with a goat.
Was the snake, I guess the question is, was the snake real or was it a spell?
Technically, it's a monster that was bound to a spell. I'm probably getting that wrong. Tony can describe it better.
I guess hindsight, should that have worked? Speak with animals, because was it an animal or is a monster different? It's an iconic moment in the Discord.
The giant snakes are considered beasts, and all beasts are under the speak with animals category.
Oh, nice.
But it was a magical area, though. Like,
yeah.
What's he eating on a daily basis? Like, he isn't getting McDonald's. Grubhub to him, right? So, like, what is his He ain't really eat much down there.
There used to be
Jazz
like 10 jackal-wares before we got to the cabin.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah. You should have seen Russ, man, before he got eaten by the snake.
You know what? It's a sad thing that he didn't show up in the monologue. You know what I mean? Like, in some way.
Yeah, Tony did mention, though, that it doesn't, like, after we defeated the dungeon, it went away. You know,
so theoretically, you could argue that Menace killed his best friend, the snake, by completing the dungeon.
Technically, almost completed the dungeon by swimming across.
Also true.
Oh, okay. He's fine with that.
Yeah. Almost is fine with that. Goodbye, snake.
I was like, Menace living with that? Woo, that's heavy.
Definitely speak with animals, for sure. You got that right. You said part 2? There was a part 2
Yeah,
of
there's
that?
a part 2 to a 2-part question. What's your favorite villain, and why is it Julius Kendrick?
Yeah. Oh, man. I mean, if we're talking Patreon NPCs, he was one of the few villains besides Rain.
Reoccurring.
Yeah, and reoccurring too. Part of it was because, like, we go in the Discord and talk to you guys after the podcast episodes air, and, like, when I stole the mace from Julius, we would constantly go back and forth about the mace in the Discord. And then when I broke the mace, he yelled at me in the Discord. So there's so much, like, just funny stuff that happened with Menace and Julius. If we're talking non-Patreon villains, maybe... Oh, dude, I'm still Patreon villain, though. I love the pirate.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh, Scarrow?
That was a good one. Yeah.
Is that his name? Oh, my God, dude.
It was something like that, yeah.
It was the first time Menace was, like, somewhat evil and left him on an island.
That was such a complex, like, scenario.
Yeah.
That turned out really well.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to think on the villains a little more.
That's a good answer. Forgot about that one.
Right. Like, I'm trying to think back to, like, some of the earlier arcs too, but maybe just the Hydra, because it was Menace's quest, you know? Probably the crystal 4-headed Hydra of the Kambuki Isles. That's my favorite villain. It's just a monster, but meant a lot to Menace, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, what we got next?
The next one comes from Infamous Dino in the Discord, and they ask, is there any part of your story, an NPC from your story or backstory, that you wish you could have been more that you wish could have been more explored in Campaign 1?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Here's a real peek behind the curtains. Here's a real peek. So this was kind of like a big learning curve for all of us going into Campaign 2. There was a lot of stuff that was written that just never got brought up because as we were going, you know, things just got lost in the weeds, and once the train gets rolling, sometimes it's hard to stop it. I had written Tony a bunch of stuff about why I knew my languages, and we had a bunch of stories written about those NPCs that taught me those languages that never saw the light of day just because we just never found the time to put it in, you know. And Tony's talked about this, I think, as well, where, like, he just mispaced a lot of stuff, you know, as a learning DM with first-time players, and I didn't really, like, push it either and didn't find a good way to put it into the campaign. But I don't even remember if I had a name for him, but the Minotaur clan, the Ivory Boulders, we are friends with a neighboring Orc clan, and the chief's son of the Orc clan, we're actually friends in a way, even though he pretends sometimes not to like me. He taught me how to speak Orc, so that's why I know Orc.
No orcs, really, right?
Small amount of orcs, tiny amount of orcs.
Did we have any orcs? Who did we?
Yeah. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I know we had some orcs.
But not like major.
No, not like major characters.
No, like major characters, though.
Wow.
Tony can tell us otherwise, maybe. Blame it on
I
the
mean, he's got a
NPC
thing against
the PCs.
tieflings. He's got a thing against orcs. Man.
Yeah,
He's too busy
man.
trying to cram as many tentacles into the campaign as he could.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
The tentacle to tiefling ratio is 20-1.
20-1. And there were 2 tieflings, so do that math. Actually, 3 tieflings.
Right? Wow.
Woof. Woof.
Goodness.
And we're minimum 60 tentacles in this campaign.
Minimum.
That's a fun question because that's like stuff that won't get talked about unless you ask stuff like that, and you wouldn't know because that's stuck in the notes somewhere.
Yep.
Maybe I'll try and find the notes and put them on the Discord of like some of those backstory stuff. That might be a fun thing.
Yeah, there's so many, like, the lore behind a lot of that stuff is really kind of, I don't know, could be interesting.
Right.
To a lot of people. But all right, next question. Julius Kendrick again. How did you come up with the concept of Sid's different NPCs? I was just asking you about this. Or
Yeah.
I was asking you for the list.
Yeah, I got to send you the
recently.
list. It's on my personal Gmail, I think. So I got to transfer that.
I looked all over for it. 'Cause
Yeah, it's
I was
not in,
like,
like-
wait a minute, what's that one? What's that one?
Yeah. Sid Sentry. So when we found Swarmkeeper Ranger, I might have mentioned this as well, so I'll go through it briefly, but I told him I really like the idea of twig blights, but rock blights, like having little rock blight creatures. So this little homebrew kind of creature, and he kind of ran with that and just created what became these tiny little rock creatures with these glowing eyes. So it really just stemmed from the Ivory Boulders, you know, being in a rocky mountain, him like knowing rocky terrain and being familiar with minerals and stuff like that. It was just a familiar thing. So that's how the SIDS were born. And then once we had the SIDS, it was very easy for me to just kind of riff off of that and make a bunch of different SIDS to play with, you know?
Yeah.
What were your guys' favorite SIDS?
Dude, Sid of the Ashbourne, man.
Yeah.
That's iconic. Loved him.
Fake beard, right? And a little
Yeah.
twig greatsword.
I
Armos
just think
is-
it's so funny.
Armos is still questioning why there's so many to this day.
Yeah, I think that was Armo's final quest before he died, right?
Yeah. Take out, someone if you haven't got that far, and then figure out what's going on with these SIDS. Hang on, I gotta get to the bottom of this.
Yeah,
But it's great. Good stuff.
that's a fun question. Very
Yeah.
apt question for tonight.
Okay. So the next one comes from Typor again in the Discord, and he's asking, when Minas hangs up his slingshot for the last time, what profession would he gravitate towards? A teacher, a tavern owner, a simple farmer?
So this technically is answered in campaign 1, but I'll go a little further, I guess. So short answer is he becomes a chieftain, you know? I mean, I think we all know that from campaign 1.
Yeah.
Fights Miranor, becomes a chieftain. Hooray for Minas. But when he passes the torch on to whatever the next Minotaur is, it probably just like I want to say he just works with Numi in the bookstore. I want to say he's like a stationary expert.
A journal
Talking about
salesman.
different types of paper and books.
Who supplies them,
Yeah.
where they can get delivered.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting bored just talking about it. I think that. And when Minas fully retires, I think Tony alluded to he probably became a god of some sort, god of friendship. And became, my theory is he fully embraced Trimus when he became his god form.
Interesting.
That's what I'm going with.
Was that like your favorite altar Minas like figure?
Yeah, probably. That was my favorite like form of Minas throughout the campaign.
Yep. Oh.
No signal. We lost the camera from Alec.
No. Why
I
would
mean,
you do
honestly,
that?
perfect timing. Camera overheat.
Yeah.
Nope.
Welcome
It's
back.
There
back.
it goes.
This turns to
Just-
the dark side of
It
God.
just went to sleep. I don't know why.
All right. Next question. Infamous Dino. Wait. Yes. Is there any part of your story, an NPC from your story or backstory, that you wish you could have explored more in Campaign 1?
Okay, so similar to the question before, but I'll just answer the story part. I guess for Minis's story, I would have liked to explore Flora's friendship more and had that brought up.
Yeah.
You know, I think maybe that might have hit harder in the end when we when spoiler alert, when she perished.
Bro,
Bro.
you're ruining it, man.
If you're here, you should know.
You shouldn't be
skip.
here if you haven't finished
Yeah,
it.
yeah, for real. I would have loved to explore more about Minis's friendship with her, because she was the only one that like hung out with Minis and appreciated him in the early days. So that's why he had such an appreciation for her. You know, I think that's something I would have liked to explore more.
Is that something you knew was going to happen?
No.
No?
Nah, no idea.
I was curious if you wrote that in there or not.
I hate Tony for it. To this
Yeah?
no, it's fine.
No, I was
It's
just
good.
curious because it was like a really good moment. Like,
Plot twist, yeah,
yeah. Yep. It was a
good
good one.
stuff.
What about
Good
NPC? You said what you would do. What about another NPC other than like Flora, I guess?
Yeah.
Something in the main story.
He knew Goblin too, and he saved a goblin because his tribe hates goblins. They're constantly like messing with them. But Minis, when he went on a hunt, his first hunt with the tribe, I had this backstory written where he saved a goblin child and his dad, and that would have been fun to like see him in the campaign and like kind of talk about that. But
Yeah.
because we got so far in the campaign and it wasn't brought up, there was no good way to bring it back in the end. It would have just been like, oh, here's why I know Goblin. It would have been kind of weird. So wouldn't have made sense in the end. But when I initially wrote
So-
stuff, that would have been fun.
So no Jobo the Kobo?
No Jobo the Kobolds, sorry.
Wow. Okay, wow.
And my imaginary friend, which is the reason I know Celestial. Who is a literal Celestial, but my parents convinced me it was an imaginary friend. And my language that I think is a made-up language between me and my imaginary friend is actually Celestial.
That's amazing.
That is
So
really
there's all the stuff you never got to.
Yeah.
Never got to explore Celestials, did we?
I know, yeah. Which is ironic because we talk so much about gods
Mm-hmm.
later on, but they're more maybe spacey, I guess, in D&D. I'm not sure.
Yep.
I'm not sure yet, question mark? Yet?
Yeah, maybe we'll find out. Campaign 2.
Maybe. Is there any more questions for Campaign 1?
Yeah, there's one more. Why don't you throw it at him, Jared?
No. There, as far as Campaign 1, that was all the questions. That was all.
ooh,
There
okay.
was some in the
Chat.
The chat.
Chad, do you have any questions before we move on? Now's your
I
chance.
saw one and I highlighted it.
Yeah?
If you could change one thing about Minis,
Ooh.
one thing that Minis did in the campaign, what would it be?
That he did?
Mhm.
Easy.
Oh, is it?
Hubert Hubble.
Oh,
Would have
no.
never pulled out that
No.
blood shard. Minis' biggest regret, not just losing a
Maybe-
blood
Is it
shard.
really?
Oh, 100%. Not as a player, though. As a player, it was the funniest thing.
I was gonna
It's
say
like-
top 5 funniest thing that's
Oh,
happened.
amazing. As a player, though, I don't know. It's kind of hard. Like, something I wished I would have done differently, right? Is I wished... I guess just a more broad answer is I wish that I used more items early on, and I was, and I'm pretty good at using my items, but there were still items that I wish, like the the gross liquid that I could cover myself in that would make me throw up, like make monsters throw me up. That would have been fun to use in some point, in some way, but never had a chance to use it. I don't know, headbutt more people in the crotch, like maybe that's the right answer. Not the answer I want, but the one I deserve, you know.
Pretty good one.
There you go. Any magic item spells that you wanted to use but never got to? Ooh. You know, Steel Wind Strike. I had Steel Wind Strike, and I should have just used it on a Christo when we had like 3 of those Christos up, but I thought I might need it when we got down the well. But Steel Wind Strike allows you to attack a bunch of different enemies all at the same time as long as you hit them. You get to continually hit them. That would have been cool to use in the end, but I just didn't get to use that. Yeah. So that's probably the spell. Steel Wind Strike. I think that's what it's called.
Ooh, what about what do you think Minus's biggest character development moment was?
Biggest moment.
That's a tough one.
Hubert Hubble was a big one.
Really? You think so?
Because of Drell?
Like
hammering it in.
Then.
Yeah, like literally he's the reason he killed like that. That's tough for Minus. But I think man, it's either dealing with Flora or probably coming to terms with like coming to terms isn't the best way to put it, but learning to respect Miranor for what he offers to the clan is probably his biggest character development. Because the reason I say that is because my biggest flaw that I pushed throughout the whole campaign, and it was the first thing I wrote, I literally wrote word for word, one of my flaws was horny pride. Because he has horns and he constantly wants to headbutt people. So he's like, he wants to be a strong Minotaur, but he has to learn to use other tools because he's not a big Minotaur and his horns aren't going to be as effective as another Minotaur's. So he had to learn to move away from that preconceived notion he had about what being a Minotaur was, but at the same time then learn to respect Miranor for what he could do that I could not, you know? So him in the end, like talking to Miranor and sending the letters out saying, you know, if anything happens to me, please share this with Miranor. That was probably the biggest development for sure. That's a good question.
That was a good one.
And what I'm going to miss most, this is the last one I'm going to answer. We could talk all day about Campaign 1. The thing I will miss most, Stiefenheimer, about playing Minus Pebblewalker is his ignorance. Straight up.
Not his voice? Not his voice?
No, definitely not. I like playing Minus and that cadence, and then getting, but more so it's wait. Why are we not allowed to do that, Armos? I thought that was a good idea. Was it a bad idea? Good, bad. We hate sweet treats. I hate them. I would never eat a sweet treat, but I will drink yours, not to waste it. Like that. Thanks for the questions on Campaign 1, guys. Good one. Those are good. It's really good.
All right. Moving on. We got some extra few questions. What is this section for, Dan, right here?
Oh, all the bonus stuff before getting on to Campaign 2.
Bonus stuff. Yes. Alec, do you want to take that one?
Yeah, I'll take the first one. So Swizzy922 on Instagram asks, are you guys going to keep the same recording schedule?
Like, release schedule? Yes.
Yeah.
Our schedule? No. Well,
we will eventually.
Eventually, yeah. At the beginning, we're going to be cramming a bunch of episodes. We really, like we said before, we really want to front load a lot of the recordings so that we can then slowly release them and not be going week to week to week on editing. Because
yeah,
it's
for those that are watching live, We are recording episode 1, session 1 tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And if you're listening to the podcast, that is today. Tuesday.
Isn't that
we
crazy?
record on Tuesdays, release on Tuesdays.
You know what? Full transparency. We recorded session 0 already.
Yeah. Session 0 recorded.
Starting in the books.
It is.
It's happening.
It's a good one too.
It's happening. It's so crazy.
Good. It's really good. Man McClass is editing that somewhere in a cage off in the distance.
He actually, I talked to him.
He better be.
He, I think he already finished it.
Nice.
Might be finished.
Nice. Love that. Good bonus question.
Yeah, for sure. Next question from Annie. What voice equipment would you recommend for someone who wants to start recording stuff on their own? I assume that I can figure it out, the technical stuff. It's
I'd maybe just start with like Elgato. Elgato's like a good entry level.
I think so. Here's the problem, right? Is that when you record, I think the biggest thing that you should do is start.
Yes.
Don't think so much about the recording and like how it's going to sound and things like that. Like if you want to do something like record D&D stuff or record whatever it might be, just do it. Just do it with your whatever you have currently. And the biggest thing it's like one of those hobbies. Like there's always those memes like, oh, I got a guitar, I got the lessons planned, I got the music, I know what song I want to play, I do all this stuff. And then day 2 you're like, I'm sick of it. You know what I mean? Type of thing. Yeah. So it's just start, and then if you want to like get better microphones, then you're gonna be like, oh man, there's so much extra noise getting picked up. Then you have to figure out noise reduction. Then it's like, oh, do we do some post editing real quick to maybe clean some of that up? And then all of a sudden you're like, well, it'd be cool if there's sound effects. How do we do that? So it's a rabbit hole that you can like keep going down on. And but yeah, that would be my thing. What about you, Dan? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I think you covered most of it because like if you try and do everything all together all at once, you're going to overwhelm yourself.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get anywhere good. You need to start and focus on the product, what you're producing. And as long as you focus on the joy of it, the rest will come later and the rest will fall into place. Because that's what we did. We were fortunate and lucky, I will say, that we all started with a streaming background and kind of already got through the technical side of things. So that alleviated a lot of the initial stress, but just start. Just do something and you'll learn what will be better every episode and you'll just keep getting better.
Yeah, building's easy. Starting from, you know what I mean? Like kind of scaling the mountain is easy. Being on top of that mountain at the very beginning and like going up is so daunting because it's so many things you have to learn all at once. It's tough. But
any other notes, Alec?
No, I think you guys nailed it. It's just really don't overwhelm yourself initially, or else you're going to want to either quit or you'll just instantly burn yourself out. I think you guys already, nailed it for sure.
Cool. We've been doing it a while now, so we got lots of answers.
Not to mention, like say you can actually produce the thing, then there's the whole like back end of like, well, how do I put it out on somewhere?
How do I make your eyeballs see my thing?
Yeah.
Don't take that out of context.
Too late, I clipped it.
Oh, God. Moving on.
So let's go ahead and last one of the extra questions is also from Annie, and it says, do you have a preference on playing melee combat or ranged combat? And then have you experienced both?
Oh, goodness. I love both so much. I always struggle with this kind of question because I'm a character developer first. I'm going to use whatever tools I have for the character I create that makes the most sense. But there is something really, really fun about getting up close and personal with an enemy and just hacking away.
Really?
Oh yeah, I got this wild magic barbarian that I love to death. That maybe I'll bring into D&D 404 one day. But there's something really nice when you get those crits and you can be the beefcake, holding everything back, going in without a care. Because sometimes when you're like in the back, you get a little caught in your head, and it's nice to just like go in and do your skills and just go for it. Something nice about that. So maybe a slight edge on the melee, because I think it's a little more versatile than people give it credit for.
Yeah.
But it just depends on the character I play.
That's cool. All right, I think that's all the ones we got there.
Yes.
Let's move into campaign 2.
Here's what you came for.
Yep. So, campaign 2, question number 1, Jacob Hudson on Instagram.
Up, Hudson.
What will be your next character in the next campaign?
Easy one. Right off the bat. Human Artificer. Boom.
That's
That's the what. If you want the who, I guess I'll tell you. Boram Dumaray. Yep. Boram Dumaray is going to be his name.
Is there anything else you want to share about him, or like how?
Well, let's see how the questions go. There's the short answer, but let's see what else gets asked, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Stan on Instagram also asks, "Are you gonna have a gun?"
What? Is this because I'm an artificer?
Like, right? Yeah, I get it.
No,
I see where the logic is.
I'm not going to have a gun. I don't want a gun. It's not like something that I find fun in D&D. I think Tony and I are the same in that regard. I don't like the rocket launcher artificers that people build. It's not my kind of thing, but it is funny. I was looking at my character sheet after I built it, and it does say like revolver if the DM allows it. I was like, oh, hey, Tony, it's on my sheet. I can get a revolver. But no guns for Boram, sorry. Next question. Let's just get into the next question. Alec left us for a moment because his internet blew up, but we got more questions, I think.
Yeah, we do.
guns.
Are you planning on multiclassing again in campaign 2 from Julius Kendrick?
Julius, good question. For now, we'll see how it goes, but for now, actually, no. I think I'm going to be doing Artificer all the way to level 20 for some hyper-specific reasons.
That's right. The 20 Warlock is rubbing off on people.
Yeah.
You got to see the full potentials.
It's funny because I'm so biased towards multiclassing. I'm a
what do you mean? Like
fan of multiclassing.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing is that normally you play a campaign for a few times and then, no big deal. Multiclassing in that aspect makes sense. It's like, it's better in almost every way doing it that way. But if you're playing to level 20, I want to ease up on that.
Depends. Yeah, it just depends. Minus, I'm glad I multiclassed.
Is it part of your character's story or just a personal preference?
Ooh, always part of the story. It's never like, I really want this mechanical thing. It's always, this makes sense for my story and makes the mechanics fun to play.
Yep.
I'm not going to do it just to be overpowered. I'm going to do it because I'm like, this makes a very interesting build that you cannot get going one way or the other.
I just had an absolute epiphany of something. I got to write it down. Don't talk to me. I got to write something down.
Are you going to be chemical, mechanical, heavy? That I'm keeping a secret. It'll probably be obvious once the campaign starts, but I'm just going to let you find that out as the campaign goes, what kind of artificer I am. Ooh, welcome back, Alec.
Oh, now I'm the middle child.
Yeah, it's switched our cameras. You'll probably see it if you're watching the video on the podcast feed, but on Spotify.
Alec, are you with us?
Can't hear your voice.
There we go. I don't know why my internet went out, but it did. But I'm back.
It did.
And we back.
We just pushed on. I did the Julius Kendrick question.
Okay.
Do you want to do the last one there?
Let me try to pull it back up. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Is this character... So, Stiefenheimer in the Twitch chat said, is this character going to be the comic relief like Minus or more serious? He is going to be...
a pain in the ass.
A pain in the ass. He's going to be a pain... for sure going to be a pain in the ass. He's going to be more of a foil, I would say, to the story. I want him to be a foil that the characters have to, like, put in line and, like, help and, like, be like, dude, what are you doing with your life? Get your shit together. Minus is, like, kind of the heart of the party sometimes and, like, the moral compass sometimes. Drell too, I would say.
I was gonna say,
definitely
was
not
he?
Armos. Oh, I guess Minus did leave someone on an island stranded. There was that one moment. But Boram is definitely going to be much more serious than Minus. Very, very serious compared to Minus. That is... You can expect a lot of seriousness from Boram and a lot of vulnerability. That's for sure. And yes, we are doing another level 20 campaign. Knock.
Yep.
Okay, so the last question is also from Infamous Dino in the Discord, and they are asking, what kind of story are you hoping for in Campaign 2 for your character?
Oh, we kind of talked about this in Session 0. The kind of story I want is a story of closure, I think is all I'm going to say. I want a story that revolves around closure. Minus's was a story of overcoming pride. It was a story of it was a journey. He was a journeyman in that one, you know. It was about proving himself to the clan, but then finding his true self underneath the hardy minotaur skin. Whereas Boram has himself figured out, unlike Minus. Boram has himself... He knows who he is, I will say. He doesn't have his life figured out, but he knows who he is at the end of the day. And it's going to be him searching for closure and closing wounds. That's all I'll say about that.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't even know any of this. This is all a fresh scoop, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's for you guys to mull over and think about a bit.
I can't wait to...
Now Jared's head's like...
Yeah.
Jared overthinks a lot of that stuff, I think.
Interesting.
What do you think about that, Alec, huh? What you got?
You know, I think it'll be an interesting campaign, I'll put it that way.
I've never been more excited to play with Alec in a campaign. That's all I got to say. Oh my god, our characters are going to butt heads so much. I know it already. Minus and Drell got along okay, you know?
Yeah.
Minus was awkward around Drell, but they were still like chill.
For the most part,
for sure. Yeah, I was going to say, if it feels like it was the two of you being buddy and like pulling Armos the right direction most of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Be like, come on, we gotta go get him again. Hang on one second.
Wait, Drell, what was that cool workout you did with your glutes the other day? I need to know.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see if we got any more questions before we go, and then I'll just leave you with a few more factoids about my character before we head out.
Nice.
Let's see. What part of yourself are you bringing into your new character? Let's see. So Armos has got the eyebrow. Armos has got, or Jared.
Wow, that's not how I took this. Okay, wow.
Jared's got the scar.
Wow.
Right? I'm always going to have a journal. I'm always going to have a journal with every single character I make, specifically for the podcast. That's not something I normally do necessarily. But for the podcast, I'm always going to bring a journal. I'm always going to have that like note taker kind of thing built into the character in some way. But as far as me specifically, I'm trying to think about me, what I bring into the character. What I will say is I lean towards all my characters somehow end up being like the odd man out, like the character that didn't fit into their world and is trying to find their way through the world. So that always kind of, and then I notice I'm doing it again, and I'm like, God, this is like all my characters have that little bit of I'm not like my parents. I'm not like the normal like version of this part of society, and I'm trying to brute force my way through this medieval world.
Yeah.
That's my favorite vegetable. Beets.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What?
Bears, beets, Battlestar
Wow.
Galactica.
Okay, too many office jokes today. What's going on here?
Don't know how that happened. And last question before we move on and end this episode.
Oh, that last one's good.
Do you think it will be, this is from Heart 42. Do you think it will be difficult to adjust to the more serious demeanor for Bo-Ram after playing Minas for so long? Ooh, that's a good one. I don't think so. I want to say no because I have like a casual campaign that I play outside of the podcast. And I play a more serious character in that. I was definitely the comic relief before this recent character, but I don't think that's going to be difficult. But I do think it's going to be difficult transitioning into the comfortability of the new character once you've played a character for so long.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's the comfortability aspect that's going to be really difficult. Like, how do I just sit down and just... Because I got to a point where I was just able to sit down and just go as Minas, full force every time, like a freight train. It's going to be really hard to just... I'm gonna have to discover Bo-Ram a little bit as I go, for sure. So that's my answer for that.
It's a good one. It's accurate. It's very accurate. I think we're all thinking the same thing. It's like really tough to like put all that behind us when it's like
right.
4 years of our life, literally.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like,
It's gonna be different for sure.
Literally
fully
all tomorrow.
know.
I'm gonna be being like, don't be angry, don't be angry, don't be angry. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. It's not that character. It's not that character. You can't be doing that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because normally I'd be like, oh, how could I like play up this whatever thing? You know what I mean? But now it's like, it's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how tomorrow goes for sure. I'm excited though. I think it'll be a good time.
What are you, Alec? What are you most excited about when we start session 1?
I think it's just like all the characters kind of coming together and like just like the interactions that all the characters are gonna have like initially.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be interesting and trying to see how that dynamic like comes to like fruition. I think it'll be interesting for sure.
Yeah. I think also the hardest part is that we know how we play like as those characters, and we've played a few other characters in between then, which is fine, but Kylie's wild card. You know what I mean? Like, it's a whole new beast that we're like going to be stumbling into. So not like it's a
Hypnotic Lasagna. All the characters are new. These are all new characters.
All new.
Never been played before. Original.
Yep. But she's she's got quite a personality on her in all the best ways, and I just can't wait till she brings that to one of her to what she's created, and it's going to be, you know what I mean? People are going to be catching strays, I'm sure.
Yeah.
As far as her quick wit that she's got.
Alex definitely on the money with the meetup aspects. That's probably going to be great. The whole new dynamic, discovering the new dynamics, also a good point, Jared. I guess what I'll say is I'm most excited for immediately throwing in little secrets and little moments of, what the fuck is this guy doing? And making you guys question Boram, you know? And likewise, you to my character. I'm excited to see how you interact and being like, why are they doing that? Secrets
See,
are so
I almost
fun.
just did Drell's voice, but, you know, now I have to come up with something else.
Is it just going to be the opposite, really high? Instead of really low?
Hi, guys. Oh, wow. Just something like that. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't think people are going to want to listen to hours of that. So,
Yeah, it's good for like, I like doing those voices for like one-offs. I could not do it for a whole campaign. I'm with you. I am not sharing my voice until session 1, though. Sorry, chat.
That was literally going to be that was going to be my question.
I knew it was coming from Jared. It's going to be, so I mentioned in session 0, I will spoil this. It is, I mean, you can probably guess, Boram Dumaray from the swamps. I mean, it's going to be Louisiana. It's going to be Cajun Light. Lite. Cajun Light. I'm not going to go hyper authentic with it because it's a fantasy world. Who cares? And I want you to be able to understand Boram and what he's saying to an extent. And I've been learning some Cajun French as well that I get to throw in there.
So you said to an extent. So are there going to be situations where you're going to be like the dude from Joe Dirt and you're going to mumble on purpose?
Yeah,
and
King of the
one's
Hill,
gonna
right?
know?
What's that guy from King of the Hill?
Yeah, Boomhouse or something like that.
Yeah, whatever his name is. You never go full gambit.
You're good.
Ooh, I got
Very
a dong,
true.
but a dong gonna go my way.
See, yeah,
No, I'm
something
not
like
doing
that.
gambit.
The
Sorry.
The best part is that Tony may have to role play it.
If we go to the swamps and meet my family, he will have to roleplay it, and that's up to us. I'm not gonna force it. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just
now
saying,
that I
there's
know
a
that,
chance.
that's episode 1. Just like, let's go to your home, bro. Let's go check this out. I need to.
I want to see where you come from.
Yeah, I need to see where you're from, man.
yeah, right. Jersey swamp people, Tony. That's hilarious art. The last thing I'll say is part of the reason I went with the Cajun accent and all that. It directly relates to the character, but it was also like I wanted to throw in because I didn't really get to do this with Menace. I wanted to throw in character traits from a lot of my favorite characters in media all into one character. And I was like, all right, the accent's kind of from Gambit. You might be able to discover some of the other character traits from other characters throughout other media. But I want it to be like my ode to just what all the great characters I've loved throughout my time growing up as a human, and use that to develop a very unique, crazy story. And I know all these guys have crazy stories as well that are going to change and intertwine all of ours together. So it's gonna be a wild ride.
Yeah,
It's going to be good.
I think it'll
And
be a
it
good time.
starts tomorrow for us.
I can't believe it starts tomorrow. I'm not ready.
I'm not either.
Woo, I'm not ready.
Stressing.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the Gambit from Wish. There you go. I should have just named my my character Lemmy Rabot.
There you go.
But thank you all for joining us.
Yep.
Whether you're on the chat or the podcast. Anybody have a suggestion? Media,
I gave the last one.
food?
Someone else.
Alec, what you got?
Dan, it's your episode. I feel
Yeah,
like,
Dan, I feel like you should do it.
I wish Tony was here. I feel like he deserves one because he made me do one for his.
It's like gazpacho. Check it
Oh.
out.
Korean hot dogs.
Oh, dude, those are great.
I
Those
knew
are great.
Alec was gonna know
Yeah.
that. Korean hot dog. No, Korean corn dogs. Sorry, Korean corn dogs.
Oh, yeah.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Korean corn dogs. There's no meat in it. First of all.
Yep.
I was shocked when I bit into it for the first time and did not read what it was. I
Well,
just
some of
ordered it.
them do.
Okay, some of them do.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What I had was the mango bits
Okay.
Obviously, like in the fry, right? The fry
Mhm.
batter, which is around cheese. It's crazy. It's so delicious.
Yeah.
So go eat some Korean food. You know, get some Korean corn dogs. They're delicious.
Mm-hmm.
They're mid. Get out of here. Banned. We just banned someone in the chat. First time we ever had to ban someone. There it is.
Permaban too.
Yeah, permaban.
Hell yeah, I'll Korean
You
barbecue.
just had a
say
bad
less,
one.
man.
I respect everybody's opinion. But the last thing I got to do before we head out is just really quickly, as fast as I can, say all the Patreon supporters, which is starting with the Bloodshard Bandits, Artemis, Marcus, Benjamin Hayes, Amanda Dulong, Sly, Satanic Panic, Knockmock, Shirley, Philip Buxton, Shiley, Mazatenta, and then in the Stitcher College alumni is Robert Crisp, Sergio Rodriguez, Saint Chaos, Patrick Wennerstrom, David LaChance, Casey. Moving on to Humbre's Heroes, we got Felipe Gonzalez, D&D Virgin, Johnny Tarr, John Carroll, Toby Large, Drown, Cypress, Daywind. Ooh, is that something that's going to have to do with Boram? We will see. Jet Tillich, Brigadier Bjorn, Neko, Tim Kemmel, Chris Hahn, and Bree Carlson. Everybody, please give your most Louisiana goodbye.
I'm saying lamb.
Here's Earl of my scrimp.
Yeah.
I got no idea.
See ya.